to say, still got half a cigar. I know. For real. Let me hide the other one so that people don't jump on that thinking that's the live. Live. Check, check. Okay, so yeah, we still got the other half of this cigar going. That was perfect timing, Tyler.
All right.
Any questions? I don't want to rant.
Yep, everybody should be hearing us now.
Okay. We're back, baby. What's up, Eric? I know all of you. It's crazy. What a community. So we're talking about the Budapest cigar. We're talking about Budapest. We had a fantastic time with that trip. I was telling everyone before that we walked in, got out of the airport plane, had the cigars with us, hundreds of cigars with us. We're not supposed to be traveling with. They fine you heavy for this. And we got out of the airport, no problem, made it through. And then we got in a cab, and 45 minutes later, we're climbing up the side of Buda, which, by the way, it's Buda and Pest. They're separated by a river. Pretty cool. And I'm so cultured, bro. It's crazy. and and we're driving up, and we get and we go into this building, and you walk out, and you get this massive view of one of the most beautiful cities you'll ever see, Budapest. And I'm like, holy shit. Everyone's there already. Party started an hour ago. I walk over to the view. I look out at this beautiful, like, just breathtaking view. It's a postcard. They make them. The Capitol building, whatever. And boom. I turn around. I don't know. It's 250 people there. Guy hands me a microphone. I'm like, I mean, we just got from the time we landed to that was probably an hour. It was just
it was like 30 minutes.
Yeah, it was like 30, just fast paced. And I got the mic, and I spit off the top. I went in heavy. I got the keep it short and sweet, but meaningful from the heart.
So
and,
I have a
what?
Sorry, I have a question.
Yeah.
How's the cigar smoking? What kind of like halfway mark?
I'm like
Or
into the second third.
Second, third.
And I would say I'm getting it, man. It's pretty consistent the whole way through. It's cinnamon, butterscotch, red pepper, black pepper, cedar. It's a drier cigar, and but I really dig that, especially here because it's so humid. And it's just fantastic. I know that oftentimes I say things that are, look, I said this on the first one. It's like a bakery. Like, you walk around trying all the stuff. You're going to love it all. I mean, if the bakery's any good, you're going to love it all. So it's really important that our place be like a bakery in that sense. Like, you should love every cigar you pick up. And oftentimes we let them age to perfection, and you get to try things at a certain, and it's like, wow, that was really magnificent. And this cigar is in that category. In fact, I think it's like my number 2 of the year so far. Year of Puff being number 1. Oh, Oman is in there. Can Privada put a section for customer ratings on the website? We can look into that, sure. They do have reviews. AS. Me and my wife. When we got back from Europe, I took my wife to New York for the weekend because I didn't want her to feel left out. I had been traveling and kind of didn't want to travel more, but I wanted to take her away somewhere special. So we went to Manhattan, And we ended up, man, I wish I remembered. I think his name is Rob, black dude with dreads. He's over at the Casa de Monte Cristo on the Upper East Side. You do not need a reservation to get in. I do want to say, though, I wanted to go up to Harlem Cigar Room, which LCA is in now, I believe. But it was just a little out of the way. And I also wanted to go to Barclay Rex, also a little out of the way. And I just wanted to focus on personal that trip. You know what I mean? And I gotta say, the state of smoking, the state of affairs of smoking cigars in Manhattan are. You're gonna need to find a balcony at a friend's apartment or something and hope that no one complains. It was kind of a drag, man, and the prices were outrageous. Oh, Barclay Rex. If you can just go anywhere there, Barclay Rex, Harlem Cigar Room. Barclay's been with us forever. They're great people, great location, oldest tobacco shop in the city, I believe, and just amazing people. Creamy cashew. Hey, you got a good. He was the one with the cold draw notes too before, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, you got a good palate there, my friend. Almond, cocoa, finished mocha. Yeah, that mocha. You could do my tasting notes for me, man. This he's on point. Big country. I made the cigars for these places ahead of time. I had to bring them there, right? So I've never been to these places. So this was mostly through research and in my mind what they were like and what flavors would appeal to those markets. And we were spot on, I have to say. We were spot on. And what inspired this cigar was they have hot springs there, right? Let me put that. Hot spring, I don't know how to fuck. They got.
We gotta cover your face.
Hot springs, that's the water. Ancient ruins, the walls. And this is a design that's found on the Matthias, the church, the famous church, the Matthias, where we end the episode. And it was just, that's where I got the bands from. And I just felt like what the weather was going to be like and what I researched the cuisine and stuff to be like, that was that. Beautiful city, beautiful people, very inexpensive. I was shocked.
Mm-hmm.
Ballin'. I would hate to see what would happen if I had gone there like at 25 to 33. Like that would have been a trip because they turn these springs into nightclubs at night, and there's a lot of young people in this town. Do you remember the woman that you filmed and she flipped out? Do you
Yes.
remember?
Oh, I felt
Did you
so
know it's the
bad.
porn capital of Europe too?
It's a what?
It's the pornography capital of Europe.
No way.
A lot of sick shit goes on.
Maybe that's why she was
European
freaked out.
porn over there, bro.
She probably freaked out because of that then.
Well, I saw a lot of women that, I mean, in my opinion, were escorts.
Really?
Oh, for sure.
Really?
Oh, for sure. You didn't catch that? Everywhere we went.
I guess I don't really know. I'm not even sure.
You got to live in Miami, and then you know how to spot them. It takes a year because you're like, they're not. No. Gee willikers, no one's doing that. Yes, they are.
That's crazy.
Yeah. One time my friend came to me. Oh, forget it. We're talking cigars. Anyway, is there anything? Yeah, that inspired me. The views, the people, the whole thing, man. It's the whole thing. They get ancient ruins, not ancient ruins, 200-year-old buildings that they're turning into new cafes, and it was just baller. I loved it.
What'd you think of that breakfast that we had in that ancient ruin? That was really cool. It was a good memory.
What'd you think of that breakfast at the hotel in Norway, though?
Oh,
It's worth the fucking trip back.
that was just the hotel breakfast.
There were a lot of things that I liked about Norway,
Mm-hmm.
and there are a lot of things that not a lot, but there are a few things that I didn't like, and the few things I didn't like are big things. It's a unique, it is a unique culture, which I enjoyed and appreciated. It is, the communication's different, though.
Mm-hmm.
There is a cultural difference.
In what way?
Do you remember how cold everyone was?
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't that they were being rude. When we went to Germany, they were rude.
Yeah.
Norway wasn't rude. They're just very And I kind of respect that, but it's a little off-putting at first.
Right.
But that breakfast at that hotel, it was like every morning they had a whole team of people putting together this breakfast. And there weren't that many people at the hotel, let's be honest.
No.
But who knows how many people were staying there, really. And this wasn't like the highest-end hotel. It was some of the best breakfast I've ever had. They had everything. They had everything.
Something that you liked, I think, was the sparkling water on tap.
Sparkling water on tap.
Everywhere.
Right. Are you fucking kidding? Crazy.
So James Pine has a question. Can we get the James Bond cigars in the box and a sampler? I think it will sell.
Yes. Delectados. I can't forget about that, man. We got Delectados. That's a cool brand. We got to do more with that.
Mm-hmm. It's very cool.
Smoking jackets are on the site, but only for small, medium, large, extra large. And they fit not snug, but sport. So go up if you're worried about the gut.
Cool.
Maybe one day the big sizes will arrive. Who knows?
We're doing really well on this live with that little mishap. We're doing back on track here. Adam DeBerry has a question. You have any of those purple Amendolas left?
Purple ones?
It says purple. Yeah, purple Amendolas.
That's their, I know what cigar that, yeah, I think we have them. I got to re-up on Amendola, I think. James, that's a tough question, man. Me personally, I like Norway.
Yeah.
Norway spoke to my heart, man. It was cool. First of all, it looks like a Wes Anderson movie.
Yeah.
The whole place looks like a set out of a Wes Anderson movie. It's beautiful. In a certain way, because it's gray and it's overcast, and I heard people get very depressed up there. Although the next door neighbor is supposed to have the happiest population in the world, so I don't know how that works. Nonetheless, man, it spoke to me. It was like a movie set. It was a foreign world to me. And they spoke English, which is so helpful because I'm such a moron. I don't speak any other languages, so it's tough when they're speaking other languages, but they don't, man. It's cozy. Higgy. I think that's the word, right?
That's
Higgy.
the word that you said in the video that stuck out to me. What does higgy mean?
Higgy was a style that was really popular for a moment back in the early teens, I think. Higgy is Ugg boots, sweaters, fireplaces, coffee shops, the soft blankets, and Higgy's comfortable. It's cold weather shit, really. Can't do that in Florida. Too hot.
What did you think of like Budapest compared to Norway? What were some differences? I feel like Budapest was more like summer country, like summer city.
But it's not. That river freezes. It gets a lot of snow.
Yeah.
It's not. It did feel that way, though. It did have a tropical vibe to it for some reason.
Yeah.
But it's not. Maybe just coming from Norway. I don't know. What did I think of it? Yeah. I think in reality that Budapest is like a Miami. It's probably a place that a lot of rich Russian gangsters have second girlfriends and whatever. That looks like if you have money, you could probably pay to get the blind eye of the law. It looks like the Wild West to me. Yo, those dudes are opening up that cool ass place,
oh
man.
My
Remember
gosh,
that shit?
Yes.
Yo, you can't do that. That office that I was looking at, that beautiful space,
Yeah.
it's something that in Soho, like Rolex would lease that place. And they're talking about $800 a month. Our hotel room would have been $600 a month in Manhattan. $600 a night in Manhattan.
Wow.
It was $130 a night. The place was
crazy.
incredible. The place is incredible. They're reclaiming a city that I believe looks like it was in ruin.
Yeah.
It seems like it was doing really bad financially, and now it's coming back. And everything's up for grabs there, man. It's amazing. I actually thought about maybe we should just get it for $800 a month. I'll pay for this. We'll put someone here. Privada Showcase. It's right
be really
behind.
cool.
It is directly behind one of their most famous buildings, the opera there.
Oh, yes.
What?
Yeah.
It's like 800 or maybe 1,800. Even
It was really
no matter
low.
what, I was like, are you kidding me? You remember the Louis Vuitton display that I was looking at, the all orange one, the woman, it was like
Yes.
Medusa or something.
Yes.
Apparently the next day someone smashed that shit.
No way.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, it seemed like, now that you say that it was on the come up, that makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense.
That cafe we ate at, those are like old apartment buildings. They're starting to clean them up again. They have that beautiful day, and then they had the upstairs too, man. They're gonna make like a cool club there.
Yeah. That
Those
cafe
guys were no joke,
was in
man.
the video.
Those guys were no joke.
That's
My security when I go back.
So that part didn't make it in the video. Can you explain to them what they were doing? Like what
You
was
should
happening?
put them in the video, man. They were cool, man.
They were cool, but the video when we went to go check out, you're talking about what they were doing to the building, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that part didn't make it in,
Okay.
but we can make like we can make a part 2 if you want to, but what was
I
happening
think we need
in
to
there?
make a whole 2-hour movie out
I
of the
think
whole
so
thing.
too. I think so too.
When you're done, just piece it all together and then add in a lot more stuff.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
it can
people
definitely
watch
be
it
in
and
there.
smoke cigars for an hour and a half or whatever.
Let's do that.
So of other places you travel, what was been your favorite? I say Norway, man. Norway. Certainly wasn't Berlin. Fuck that place. Certainly was not Berlin.
Oh my gosh.
Did anyone record your freestyle after the speech? That I was talking about the speech. I'm not freestyling on camera, bro. Is there any more cigars from this trip that are dropping soon? Yes, Jason, my brother. How you doing, man? The Berlin, and it's a beautiful thing. This exact cigar is. This is very, very close to it in size and flavors and everything. Big time. Bigly, James Pine. Question. What's going on with the James Bond? Oh, he asked this already.
No, he's asking again. He said wants to be in the sampler section. What's going on with the James
All right,
Bond
I'll get it in the
sampler
sample section and I'll try to wrap it cool or something.
Adam DeBerry. Why is Tyler so innocent? Yeah, Europe is very different.
Very different.
Let's see. Any questions, guys? Make sure to put question so I can see it pretty easily.
Yeah, Tim from Cigars Daily told Jeremy to reach out, and Clark reached out to him, and they're like best friends now. And that's awesome. And this is what I want. I want this whole thing to unite. I want to support them. They're wanting to support us because of Cyrus. This is the thing. Relationships build relationships. And Tim is one of the nicest guys that I've dealt with in this industry. So I was really happy to hear that.
So this one's a little long. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger for you.
What's the word on the other two, Benz? The black one's going to be in the box soon, too. So that's coming, Zach. You will get that. You weren't supposed to tell anyone you had it. Yeah, it had good beer.
What did you like about, did you try any like European beers or alcohols or anything that stuck out to you while we were there?
You want to know what was funny about the beer scene is that they were taking more of the American. Well, I don't know, in case I have any beer nerds on here. Beer enthusiasts that really know their shit. But I felt like everyone was pushing the IPA, and I was like, this is just like home. They had Brooklyn Lager. They had a lot. I liked the regular ale that they had with the guy in the video.
Oh
you
yeah,
showed.
yeah.
I like that.
That was a good one.
That's it.
Okay.
I beat jet lag with beer.
Yeah.
It helped me a lot.
That's a great idea.
D Chaz, just holler at your boy, and we'll get you set up. But yes. Are we getting fake Cuban back anytime soon? Yes. You want it? I got it. Thank you. I will make those available on the site. If you don't see them in a couple of days, email me, but I'll get them on the site. Did you check out any of the music scene there? What are you into these days? I only listen to like jazz lately, man. That's for years. I listen to some pop music when my kid's in the car, but I listen to jazz. Music's not really a big part of my life anymore, and that's okay. But I do like jazz. Oh, and I brought back some of my heavy metal, hard rock. System of a Down is on repeat in the car. Toxicity, the whole album is just genius, and I'm loving it. So, yeah. Christian Phillips, question. Cigar Aficionado reviews these Cubans that are aged like 20 years and always gives them 95 plus ratings. What's your thoughts on that? They're not very good. They're not good. It's a whole bullshit. That's one thing I'll give Half Wheel some credit on when they do review these ancient Cubans. They get terrible scores. They're not very good. Tobacco loses something after a while, and it also depends on how it's aged. I like IPA. I love IPA, in fact. But I find that I put on a lot of weight when I start drinking IPA. And I also find that, I probably have more altercations when when I drink IPA versus. It's kind of like hard liquor in a sense. It really gets you going.
Cool. So I think we're all caught up on comments. Any more questions people want? Just make sure to leave a question.
Jacket. This is a cool jacket.
I love that jacket, dude. Are you gonna do any more colors? Like,
we're not doing any more merch right now.
No more merch.
No,
okay.
No. I can't find anyone that's up to the standards and can deliver.
Right.
It's just not gonna work out right now.
Yeah. No, that seemed like a process, to be honest. Seemed like a little too much.
Way too much.
How's that cigar
Gotta
smoking?
focus on the cigars.
It's true.
Can you turn the AC back on?
Mm-hmm.
How's the cigar? It's fantastic. It's chewier here, the smoke. That cashew comment was pretty right on. It's definitely chewier here. It was drier over there, I think. Tyler took a trip to the Blue Springs, the hot springs. They turned it into a nightclub at night, and he went. How was that? Were people in bathing suits? Obviously, they're in bathing suits.
Yeah, people were in bathing suits. It was actually a little. It was kind of nice. I want to say it was almost relaxing with the amount of like dubstep that was playing, because the pools were warm and it was like a hot tub, but it was too many people. It was way too many people. It was crazy. It was actually wild.
Yeah, I didn't go to that. I needed a rest.
Yeah, no, it was a lot.
Like, I'm not telling my wife I'm going to some fucking.
I do have some of that footage, so maybe we can put some of that in the
Do
2
you?
hour. Yeah,
You
I
creep! You brought a camera there, huh?
Snuck my camera. No, yeah. It was kind of weird though, because you were talking about how they turned a lot of like ancient ruins into new places, but this was in an ancient ruin with like sculptures and everything, but they had like dubstep lasers and everything on the
That's
thing.
cool.
It was pretty cool.
You got footage of this?
Yeah.
Oh, we need to see that.
Yeah. We'll put that in the video. Jared is now self-conscious about the drinking.
Oh man, I knew that. I somehow knew as soon as I said that. Don't. I've gone through periods. Please, when you were here, I was blackout drunk. Not quite blackout, but I was good and ready. I was probably saying stupid shit. So, dude, you live your life, man. Just don't drink and drive.
Peter Jones.
Get in too much trouble for that. Brian, any word when PrivadaCon 3? Maybe I want to go back to. That's cool. I don't know.
I enjoyed PrivadaCon.
I enjoyed it too.
What was your favorite part about PrivadaCon while we were there? Because I don't know if we really got to talk about it that much.
The food.
Yeah.
I loved the food. I thought the food was fantastic. All of it. The buffets, the sandwiches, the food was on point. The beer was on point. The bourbon was on point. It was well worth the ticket price. I mean,
Yeah.
we lost money on that part, but it was fun. The
It
cool
was a lot of
cigars,
fun.
getting to sell cool cigars.
My favorite part of PrivadaCon was you with the
Cool.
microphone.
Me with the microphone making fun of everyone. That was fun.
That was awesome. Okay.
Molly, 60 ring gauge in LCA, 60 ring gauge in club coming up. And then next year there's going to be some more 60 ring gauges. Good question. I like a good 60 once in a while. I used to be totally against 60s. Some 60s are fantastic. A good 60 costs a lot. It takes a lot of money to make. You're filling that thing up. That's why the Kings County is pretty expensive. It's second most expensive cigar we make, purchasing wise.
So I have a question. You smoked the Cohiba in Budapest. What was your thoughts now
It was
that it's been
okay.
a couple months?
It was okay. We have better cigars.
Yeah.
It was all right. Not for that kind of money.
What made that so expensive? Like what
Demand.
demand?
Branding. What makes Gucci so expensive? It's stupid.
Yeah.
Oftentimes you would hope that the quality is going to be better. And in their case, that is probably their best tobacco. But we get better cigar. This is a better cigar than that.
Mm-hmm.
Way better. Like the flavor is just not comparable. Did I flake on breakfast? I don't remember. We were drinking that agave. What's that stuff called?
Oh,
It's not tequila, the other one that they're getting into. That stuff puts you in another place. Mezcal.
Mezcal, yeah.
Mezcal
yeah.
puts you in another realm. The food was great though, Jared, right? We had such a great time.
What restaurant have you been going to? Any like good restaurants recently?
Hillstone. That's all I
Hillstone.
did. Going for my birthday. I was
Nice.
gonna do some other stuff, but just kind of just doing comfortable stuff right now. I feel like the world is like that right now. Everyone's just kind of calmed down for a minute,
Yeah.
and it's just like kind of seeing what happens,
Yeah.
So just kind of being comfortable. I'm in a new house, so that's cool. Just enjoying my family and working on this stuff for us.
You mentioned this one time that we wanted to do it in Dallas.
I do want to do something in Dallas. We decided it won't be PrivadaCon, but we do want to do something. Dallas or Houston. Yeah, barbecue food, French fries, pulled pork, barbecue ribs, that Dickel's bourbon or whiskey, Kentucky whiskey, I think it is, or is it a bourbon?
I don't know.
Dickel's rye.
I've never heard of that.
It's a
I'm
rye,
not sure.
and it's interesting. I think it'll go well with that.
Barbecue Pig was just reviewed on Cigar Public. So
Where did it get?
I don't know actually. It just came out though. So
You guys should go to Cigar Public more often and
Yeah.
leave comments. These guys are working hard for you.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Knows and John Cardenas and a couple other guys smoking Oak up in Tennessee, and a few other guys are really championing that website. I have almost nothing to do with that. I am going to put out an article or two soon. I would say, how about the GOAT cigar? I would say go with the GOAT.
Ooh.
I would say this is a fine cigar. Vintage, I always recommend for celebrations, but maybe a little longer cigar so you could cherish that moment. Go with the Churchill on that, and this is a fine one to go with. Right. What do you think? Are you smoking it? Second time with the Budapest. Yeah, I'm thinking top three. I'm thinking top three. Oman and what's the other one? Tennessee whiskey. That's right, Chaz. Thanks. Oman and year of Puff is blowing me away, man. Wow. I'm happy with that, how that came out. Cigar and the packaging. You got any questions, Tyler?
Yeah, I do actually. How is the retrohale on the Budapest cigar?
It is oak, toasted nuts,
Mm-hmm.
like a wasabi spice. Yeah, charcoal. Any news on a second Privada live music with your DJ buddy? He was fired, man. I tried to pay him to come back, and he never made it. So
That was a cool video, though.
that was fun.
I like that one.
That was fun. We should do more of that.
We should. Just more fun stuff like that.
Yeah. Before the next live smoke, can we get a pairing recommended? Yes, you can. I will do that.
What are you going to pair with the Budapest cigar? I don't know if you said that already. What kind of drinks?
I'm loving with a good Habano like this, like a peach tea, peach Snapple iced tea, peach tea with honey, peaches. No. What else? Dried fruits, dried cherries, dried apricots, dried mango, my favorite. It's a little, gets all in your teeth.
Mm-hmm.
With this, as far as alcohol goes, I think I'd like to try a scotch with this.
That'd be cool.
I think I would like to try a scotch with this. It's unique. But yes, Christian, we'll do that.
I kind of have a question, not about the cigar, more about business.
Mm-hmm.
What in the most recent 3 months has been a challenge for you as far as business goes? As far as
I feel like I'm unable to communicate with people the way I used to.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like our the social media and cigars are just not. It's not going great, which is why I tried to create social.cigar public and make that a thing, so that we had this place where all cigar smokers could congregate. No rules. Yeah, I feel like the videos don't get to. I hear it. People don't know we're live. People didn't get the notification about a new video. My cousin, who watches all my stuff, was like, I haven't seen one of your videos in months.
Right.
And you could tell in the views something dropped, and we don't have any flags on our account. So we're just. I feel like I can't communicate. And then you say, okay, well, at least I have everyone's email address.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you email people, and only 13% of the emails actually get there. So it's or 18% or something, which is actually really high from what I understand. That's because we know our people.
Right.
But man, it's I hate not being able to communicate with my people.
Do you see that changing anytime soon, or do you see it getting worse? Or what do you think would, if you could predict, what would be the next type of communication as far as reaching out to people? Or
I don't know.
Nathan
Just
L.
don't know.
Nathan L.
Yes.
has a question.
Nathan, my bro. Yes. We have a very cool project coming with Rojas.
Oh, this is interesting. Yes,
Matt. Problem is, no one else that we know is on Twitter, really. We get a little bit of stuff, but it's not a lot. Oh, you know what would be good with this? The almonds that Anthony gave us. Can you grab me
honey,
one of those almonds?
the honey ones?
Grab me a couple of those almonds.
We're doing really good on people watching right now. Thank you, guys.
Great. Almonds will go really well with this. Not too smoky, though. We got these Blue Diamond almonds that are off the chain. I don't want to chew in your ear, but I'm going to just a little bit. And then we went on off-road. That's how they used to do sound for stuff. You ever see that?
Foley, yeah. It's pretty interesting.
Everyone around here is tired of almonds.
We still have like 4 boxes of those.
I know. Our guy Anthony, he's the best. I needed that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Honey butter. I'm drinking Liquid Death. Haven't been drinking lately. There is a Discord. I don't know that a lot of people are on it anymore. There is a Facebook group where everyone goes to complain about their mailman. There is the Instagram, which is what it just came so naturally for me. I don't know what else to do. I'm open to ideas, though. You email them and don't put them here. I genuinely look forward to the emails. It's a nice touch. No other places do it as well as you guys. Thank you, James. That means a lot to me, man. I was always anti-email. In fact, I wrote a book about the success of Privada Cigar Club in business and what I think the future of e-commerce is. And I put in there just never to mass email. And unfortunately, now I kind of have to. But I do enjoy it. And I think the emails get to the point quick enough. I'd like to do a little more. I don't get much sweetness, but I do sweet almond cedar. Yeah? Not very sweet at this point. Spicy and umami. Send me the almonds. Mark, you could have taken them home with you. These are so good.
They're addicting.
I have really enjoyed the last 2 farm rolled bags. Any cool farm rolled cigars coming up? Every month, you're going to get 2 Maduros in, I think, your next box or your next box. And they are closed foot. And they're bangers. Farm rolled's getting real good. You guys are getting a lot of aged stuff in there, too, by the way. That is the discount shack right there. Michael, email me. I'll take a look. I don't think I'm supposed to sell them, but I can hook you up. If I have them, you're hooked up. Great cigar that was, huh?
That was a good cigar. That was a cool cigar.
Yeah.
Cool band.
Oh, yeah.
Nice
Blue
box
Diamond
pressed.
cigar.
Yeah, that was really
You know,
cool.
they used to do that. Cuban cigars would do that. Your club,
What?
the Kiwanis Club, or they would make runs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For brands?
For anyone. Yeah. Sunoco had their own cigar,
Oh.
Cuban cigar.
That's pretty cool. Sunoco?
I think it's more for like the corporate guys.
Wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
That would be epic, Scorchfield. I don't think the tobacco is going to work for any of these big companies.
I have a question. What do you like? What's your creative process for coming up with band ideas?
Just comes to me.
Really?
I see something, I go, ooh, I want to grab that somehow.
Mm-hmm.
How can I get that essence onto a cigar?
Right.
Then a lot of it just comes to me. You know?
Do you think everybody has that, or is that
No.
just more of like a thing that comes naturally to some people?
If they had it, they would probably do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a creative, and that's the difference.
Let's see. This I don't know if we can talk about just yet.
The October box is going to be a redux. And it's going to be Halloween themed in the sense only of characters and, you know, kind of fantasy. It's not quite my normal trick-or-treat box. But I need to share these cigars with you guys because it's an amazing illustration of what one type of tobacco can be, all the various different forms it can take. And it's a great learning experience. And they're some of the best cigars that have ever been produced for the club. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you.
And if you guys have any questions, just make sure to leave them in the comments. And if you put the word question in there, it's easier for me to see. Brian, I have another question for
I got
you.
Sweeter all of a sudden, but sweet almond, I agree with that. Yep, what's up?
That was my question. What are you tasting right now in that?
Yeah, I like his almonds approach to this. I also get like a graham throughout the whole thing. Roasted nuts, graham, baker's spices. I don't want to just say cinnamon because it's not just cinnamon. The retro is pretty intense, which I like. But the draw is firm enough that it's smooth. It's not, it's just like, ooh. These flavors are warm. Hey, apple pie with cinnamon, all day with this. That's where I'm going with that, apple pie.
Is there a specific flavor that you kind of want in a cigar, like that you crave in a cigar?
Yes and no. I'm just looking for clean. I can tell how you process the cigar by how clean those flavors are. I can tell if you cured it well. I probably couldn't tell you if you cured it well. You would have to be a real master and you'd have to look at it. But I could tell you if it was well fermented. I could tell you if you took time, if it was aged, or if it's just cheap shit that, you know, never got really processed properly. The process is everything. I can tell a lot about it. I'm learning. I've learned a lot, and I'm trying to pass that information on to you guys. I'm always going to be ahead because I'm the one learning it, and then I got to pass it on. So it takes 6 months, a year, before you guys are kind of understanding some of the things that I'm putting out there. But yeah,
cool. Big Country Briar. That's cool.
It's not a bad idea. Stick to the tasting notes, Big Country. No, great tasting notes up. No, but Brim Series could be cool. Coming into final third, dried cedar, slight earth, umami, cacao, touch of red pepper, and fresh grass clippings. See that? I don't necessarily get the grass, but I am getting that earthy. It's a nice earthy. I don't usually like earthy. It's definitely got umami. Dried cedar for sure. Red pepper touch, yes. Yep.
Can you speak about the Norwegian cigar compared to the Budapest cigar? Because in the video, you said that the Norwegian cigar was made because it's like kind of like a seafood town, like a cold weather
seafood,
cigar.
Yeah.
I love that. Can you like elaborate on that a little bit
well,
more?
I knew it was going to be like a fall kind of place, you know, a little higgy, and so I think that thick broadleaf wrapper and the sweetness that it offers and the rustic look of it and rustic burn of it. It gives it a little bit more of a fall weather kind of thing. I knew the weather was going to be a little more exotic while we were in Budapest, and so this is more of a traditional weather, kind of smoking experience. And then I knew it would be dark, cold, and rainy in Berlin, and so that is, an espresso dark cigar.
In Budapest, you mentioned to me and on the video that it's very much like geared towards spices and a bunch of like flavors like that.
Yeah,
is
Budapest
that something
has more
that
of a Mediterranean and I won't say Middle Eastern, but
right.
it's exotic.
And you kind of have that like in mind when you're picking cigars.
Sure, of course. The October box is one of the subscriptions. You can join the club whenever you want. That's what we do here. That's where all of my time and attention goes into that club, the main club, Privada Rare. Sounds great. Love it. This is a great cigar, boy. The final third's really... Now I got some of the sweet. It's a little less dry, a little more syrupy, and I'm getting all those almond and clean, beautiful flavors. I want to thank you for reaching out through email just to ask how I was doing and that I've been a Privada member. I thought that was so cool. Paul, it's my absolute pleasure. I try to keep in touch with everyone, and I do respond to my own emails. That is a big part of what I do here, too. So that's where I get all my feedback from. And I get inspired by them, too. So thank you, Paul. It's my pleasure. Carl, you know what we need is a coffee table book of cigars. I'm working on it. Shh. I'm working on that. It's going to be cool, too. I've written a lot of the content already. Christopher, not a flavor profile, but I know... You hear that?
Yeah.
I know the body, country, region breakdown. And not everyone likes every type of cigar, obviously. So I have my guys that I know love Dominican. I have my guys that I know love Nicaraguan. I have some people I know love Honduran. What is that?
I think it's something outside.
You want to just look real quick?
Yeah.
Someone trying to drill a hole in the wall. When sitting down and writing the tasting notes, what's your process? I just sit down just like this. Alone, though. I'm usually alone. Sometimes I'll review with my wife and Clark. And then we're all focused on it. Body, cold draw, foot, and then first, second, third. Easy. I will be sharing my Norwegians with my family over Christmas in the mountains. Fantastic work, guys. Thank you, Scorchfield. I appreciate that. I'm proud that Privada will be a part of that moment. And it is a great cold weather cigar. Also, you need a thicker wrapper for cold weather cigar. Sometimes even for hot weather cigars.
Why is that?
Because you don't want it to unravel or lose all of its moisture. The Habanos we get are pretty delicate. This is my favorite cigar size. Are we going to get more? Yes, absolutely, Matt. And it's one of my favorites, too. It's become one. And I'm looking to go past the 6-inch mark as often as we can. James, some people are what's called super tasters. It sounds pretentious, but it's supposedly a factual thing. You can test for it at home and see if you have a lot more taste buds in a certain area on your tongue. There are some diagrams online that'll show you how to do that. But there's a game, the palate, my guy Nick.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Something or other. Nick, what's Nick's last name? I forget his last name, but he makes the molds for our industry, and he also makes this game that has smells and stuff to it, and that's pretty cool. I like it. A little pricey, but I like it. And then, man, just from getting out and tasting different things, I think we talk about that in the Norway video.
Yeah.
Like, don't eat the same things all the time. Try different cultures of foods. Try different spices. Try different flavors when you get ice cream. You know, just go outside the box as often as possible. And if it's something that you like, marzipan. If I walked into a place and they had marzipan there, I would try the marzipan. Probably want to try some other things over that, but I'll try the marzipan because I need to know what that tastes like. I've seen it in tasting notes. I want to know more about it. Also, your spice cupboard, if your people cook or you cook, man, smelling the spices all the time. You got to, it's just like vocabulary. You have to know a lot of smells. Neil, not that I know of, but I would love to. I would love to. When I was in the Ralph Lauren store, they were talking about doing a cigar event, and I was like, really?
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, they never followed up, so. But would love to. My favorite brand. Will we get a pack of CTs you've been reviewing? I don't know what you mean, Eric. Help me out. Oh,
Connecticut.
The ones that I was doing reviews on and stuff. No, but I think most of them are available on the site, right? So you can get them there. But I can make a pack of that. Connecticut's of the world. That's a good. That is a good flight right there. We're gonna add that to flights.
That would be cool. The Berlin cigar.
Do you have a picture of that?
Yeah, I can throw that in. It'll take me 1 second.
Just to touch on the email thing, I so appreciate our conversations we have. No one else attempts the level of correspondence you do. Thank you. Rob, first of all, thank you for being with me so long. Thank you for all of your support, and thank you for saying that. I love keeping in touch with you guys. I've literally made so many friends through this club, and I just want to express one more time. Before I started this club, I was probably more self-centered, and I think most of us are to a degree. And I thought I was just doing this to get a good price on cigars or to even get cigars for free. Little did I know it turned into a major business, but more surprisingly, it turned into a major community filled with great people like you. And that was the biggest surprise. And I learned that through humility and through being level-headed, which I actually learned in the music business. Quick story, I went on tour. I finally got on a tour. Wasn't a big tour, but it was a fun tour. I got in front of rooms full of people, hundreds of people at a time, and not quite, some were thousands, but mostly hundreds. And I thought I was too cool. I was the New York City artist. I was in places like Casper, Wyoming, and stuff like that. And I was just like, I made friends with people, but I didn't look at it like we could build relationships. I just looked at it like I'm a musician coming to town, and sure, yeah, I'll sign this for you, okay. And I learned my lesson. Those people, you do not need to be famous. You do not need to be on MTV. You do not need to have a record label. If you're nice to those people and you build relationships with those people, you can tour for the rest of your life. And I saw that. I learned that on the road. And then when I got in this and I started getting thank you letters, I said, I'm going to make friends with people. And sure enough, it turned out to be the best thing I've ever done. It's one of the most gratifying and fulfilling parts of my life. And I appreciate that. Thank you, Rob.
And going back to the what the Berlin cigar looks like. This is what it looks like
so it's
here.
Das Privada. And if you look at the secondary band, someone in Germany pointed out to me that was actually supposed to be a third band on the Budapest. That's actually Budapest. We made a big mistake. And someone said, this is Berlin. It doesn't look like Berlin. And I realized it's not Berlin. It's Stavanger. And so, yeah, it was a mistake. And,
That's funny.
once you make the mistake, just commit to it.
That's
So
hilarious.
there's a flaw there, and look at that dark espresso wrapper.
Yeah, that looks really nice.
Holy shit, is this good.
Jared has a shameless plug right here.
Barrel Pick from Still Austin Whiskey Co. is now available at Reserve Wine and Spirits in League City, Texas, south of Houston. Get you some. That's really cool, man. We should do a little trade, Jared.
All right. Here is about...
Just tuned in. Any chance you bring back the farm rolled card? I prefer the info on the card more than the video. Can we try it one more time and see how it goes? Because I think I can do better on the next video. But you like having the physical card. I get that. We can bring it back. Let me try it one more time, see how it goes, and then if we need to, we'll bring back the card. Ardbeg. Oof. Smoky. It's going to overpower a lot of stuff, but that's cool. You don't have to worry about that too much. That would actually go really well with the Norwegian. It'll probably go well with any broadleaf cigar. Can you get the Frankianessa? Can you get that? A 5-pack of those. That'll probably work. The Hamza from this month's box. That'll work. Good Life. The 54 ring gauge might be a little too light body for that. But it actually might pair well because it'll let it be powerful while that is sweet and smooth. So, yeah, I would try those. Anything's good after 2 pours of Ardbeg. Brian, look forward to my Privada Custom Instant Habano cigar arriving any day. When should I expect it regarding... Wait, you haven't gotten it yet? And I mean, did you order it right when we dropped it, or did you just order it? If you just ordered it, I understand that. But if you ordered it weeks ago, please tell me. Tasting notes. It's a lighter body cigar than this. It's very Cuban-esque. It's very Miami. It's all their stuff reminds me of the old El Titan de Bronze stuff. Pretty good.
So this is a statement going back to the tasting notes game that you mentioned earlier. Playing catch up on the questions.
Hey, Chaz, that's really cool, man. I like that. But yeah, that's what kind of game it is. It's you'll have to look it up. It's like the Palette Pro or something like that, by Nick. I forget his name, man. Probably not a lot of help on this, but you can. Hopefully, that's the beginning of a Google search, and maybe we'll be able to find the name for you. But that's really cool, Bourbon Steward. That's cool. I like that. Keep practicing. Mark, about 2 weeks, it'll be available. Take a little break for a minute. Got people get on their feet. It's new school year, all that shit. What would be a good cigar to smoke after this? Ooh. This. I would smoke another one of these. I do that a lot. I try not to change it up too much. You're really not... That second cigar, you're really not getting that if you smoke it back to back. You're not getting it the way it's supposed to be got. So I try to stick to the same cigar if I'm going to... Or I do an Elfine because it's a great... It overpowers pretty much everything and gives you a fresh smoking experience. I love Elfine. I think my wife's one of her favorite cigars. Shout out to Chico Rivas.
All right, so it looks like we're pretty much caught up on
I was
questions.
Talking to Jonathan Drew over the weekend, and he paid me the biggest compliment, and he said that my attention to quality is really cool, and I thought that was awesome, and I think that was, for me, the reason why it hit home with me was because it made me realize that other people also realize that this isn't just about the money for me. This isn't just a business. This is about the quality of the product. I'm putting my name on it. Everything has to be perfect. So many people questioned us and bashed us throughout the first 5-6 years of our company that I needed to make sure everything was absolutely perfect. And so I did the best job I could to curate the best stuff. And oftentimes that meant losing money, paying more for product and not releasing product that we had already purchased. So I was really happy to hear that it's obvious that I focus on quality. And as you can see, the construction of this has been phenomenal.
Ophelia's in the chat.
Nick Kutro. Yes, that's him. Great guy. So Google his name and find the Palette Pro game. Elfine is Chef's
Elfine?
Kiss.
Nick Kutro. Let's see.
Great pairing with this. Honey butter. I'll have one more. Two more. Like toffee and Can't find his game? Nick Kutro?
I don't think so.
Really? I'll find it.
Nick Kutro. Hashtag cigars and games here. What's up, Brian?
Bruce, my brother. How you doing, man? Love your posts as always. I always enjoy a good
Intellectual and learning evaluations.
Nick Kutro board game. Here it is. The Palette Liberator. Palette Liberator, it's called.
Palette
Very
Liberator.
interesting game. Okay. I'm going to smoke a dry Italian Toscano after this. This guy knows his stuff. I'm impressed. Big country.
Cool. So yeah, we're all caught up on questions. If anybody has some last minute questions, we're actually at over an hour, so we've been going for about an hour 30 minutes here.
Rest of this year in the club is going to be amazing. Next year is going to be amazing. Next year the age really starts. I mean, you see how many coolers we still have. We have stuff 4 or 5 years age now here since we opened this warehouse. That's it. Hey, Brian, how excited are you for the new releases and projects coming down the line for Privada? I've been part of the club for over a year now and couldn't be happier. Thank you, Jordan. Appreciate that, man. I'd love to hear your music sometime, too. I'm very excited. In fact, October is our annual Redux box, which means these are aged cigars that were out at one time but have not been available for a very long time. And they are an amazing learning experience and a great smoking experience. I say learning experience because they're all the same seed, just grown different ways, and you get to see how much it changes the tobacco to grow it and ferment it differently. Same leaf. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about Wraith this year. Mm-hmm. I'm excited about LCA and the club going forward. I'm excited about Brian's bike. There's a lot of cool stuff. We just got a message from this artist named Aaron Craig that we work with that is so talented. It's unbelievable. And I gave him free reign to design a box and brand of cigars. And it's going to be a lot of fun seeing what he does with that. Thank you, AS. Appreciate you, man. You know, I'm really not making a big deal out of this birthday. My wife always makes a cake. She's the best. And we're going to go to my favorite restaurant here in town. And I'm just going to keep it super simple. I just want to be with my wife and kid and in our new home and just kind of enjoy that. Right now, that's what I'm doing. I'm just enjoying. Things seem to be calm right now, so I'm just kind of going with the flow, not overdoing anything, and taking it back a notch. Nothing crazy planned. Thank you, Mark. Elfine is great. I love it.
All right, we've had over 400 people come through.
Wow, that's amazing. I think we're gonna wrap it up here, man. What time is it?
It is 9:40 right now.
Okay, so almost 2 hours. That's
Yeah.
pretty solid.
Yeah.
Let's do this again. I'll announce the Berlin in 2 weeks or a week, and please go watch the Budapest video. It's out now. Check it out. Tyler worked really hard on it, and it was a lot of fun to film. So I'll see you guys soon. Peace and hashtag we are Privada, hashtag we are family, hashtag we are the industry. That's it. That's all I got.
Boom.
We got in with the cigars. The eagle has landed. Budapest, baby. We're actually in Buda right now. For those of you that don't understand, that's Pest, and this is Buda. So this is a little overwhelming for me, but I made a special cigar for you with my brother, Mr. AJ Fernandez. I'm going to drink more, and then when I'm drunk, we'll talk a little more.
It's like a museum in a city, right? It's like ancient ruins.
Well, when are we going to smoke cigars? That's what I want to know. This is the cigar that every douchebag on Instagram goes crazy over. And I just can't help but feel like I'm looking at a guy with a Tesla Cybertruck. One bite, everyone knows the rules. Don't eat. Oh my God.
It's a good wiener schnitzel.
It's a good wiener.
We say panado.
I don't think words can really describe this.